Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to the channel and hits the like button. And our first story of the day. A tale of two managers and stop touching my damn headphones. I'm long since removed from the purgatory that is retail and food service employment, but that time in the 11th circle of hell has left me with some stories that still make me chuckle. There are two tales here, and many more if y'all are interested in them. They'll mostly fall into the tales from retail. Begin. Tale 1. I used to work at a generic place for electronics with the price tag as a logo and a blue and yellow scheme. Across the lot from this retailer was your friendly neighborhood Wally World. I would make a stop every Friday after work to get my groceries for the coming week, and almost always directly after work. Of course, this was done in the blue polo, trademark, and I still have a nice pair of Bose headphones because employee discounts are neat. So there I am, pondering what the contents of my brown bag will be for the next week, with my headphones on, music going, and my retail slave switch turned to off. I forget the subjects of my debate, but I remember clearly the B-word, C-word of the story, from here on referred to as BC, because I'm suddenly ripped from my music and nourishment debate by her. Headphone status, unplugged and bouncing along the floor. BC status, eyes squinted and lips puckered in rage so much I'd swear she had a chocolate starfish covered in lipstick placed squarely where her mouth should have been. My status, livid. Without really registering who or what has yanked my headphones off, my mind has sent the command to my mouth. What the F is your problem? BC, you can't talk to me that way. I've been calling you and you've been ignoring me with your headphones. Me, I don't work here. Do you make a habit of grabbing other people's crap? F off. BC noticed the non-Walmart logo. You still have an obligation to help customers even outside of generic retail electronics chain. Me, putting headphones back on, plugging them back into my phone. Yeah, not gonna happen. Leave me the F alone. I don't know if she kept on bleating about whatever it was. I don't really care, and I went about continuing to get my meals for the coming week, packed the groceries into my car, and went home. Cue the following day, Saturday, midday shift. Guess who walks in? Still fairly bent BC. I'm lurking around the PC sales and accessories floor since I was one of the fellas selling them and didn't see her arrive. Manager, hey Savo, there's a lady up at the customer service counter who's saying you insulted and cursed at her yesterday. What's up with that? Me, what? I'd forgotten about the incident about the same time I started gaming through the night. I didn't do any of that here at work. Oh, when did she say this happened? Manager, she said you wouldn't help her and that you were quite rude. Manager and I walked to the front desk. BC, you can't talk to me like that. You have an obligation to help me anywhere, anytime. Manager, did you not help her? Me, yeah, I was grocery shopping and listening to music when this lady decided to rip my headphones off. Naturally, I got a bit hot and I told her off. Manager, lady, was this while he was grocery shopping? BC, he was in a uniform. She heavily emphasized the two syllables for some reason, and he has an obligation to help me when he's in it. Me, you know, had you tapped my shoulder and not ripped my headphones off, I probably would have reacted nicely and maybe pointed you in the right direction. But you didn't, and I reacted like a normal person. BC, you shouldn't have your headphones in while you're in public. You didn't hear me asking for help because you had them in. Had you not had them in, this would never have happened. Manager, you yanked his headphones off while he was shopping? BC, yes, I said he was ignoring me. Manager, my employees are human. You can't treat them like that, especially when they aren't on my clock, and expect them to be happy. BC, but he was in uniform. He has an obligation to help me. He's a worthless sack of crap, and if you allow this behavior to go unpunished, you're just as much of a sack of crap as he is. Manager, holding up his hand to pause her. Savo, you can go back to your area. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You can come back once you've cooled down. I went back to my sales area and didn't hear from her again. It became a running gag to me to ask how my headphones were after that. Our manager was very respectable and treated us like he wanted us to be treated. He had zero tolerance for treating his staff like trash and would excuse us and take the heat from any customers like that. If they continued, he'd simply have them escorted out until they could behave like adults. Tale 2. Begin. This one takes place during my short stay at a particular Bell that served Mexican cuisine. It was a part-time job outside of my main generic electronics store job, and I'd only been there about 3 weeks. Note, I had to pay for my uniforms at this place. Similar setup though, I'm meandering through the arts and crafts store this time while my Bacotel uniform making a stop before my shift. Those same headphones are over my ears again, and I'm looking for some bricks of super sculpty clay and wire as well as sketchbooks. I'm investigating some sketchbooks and have the super sculpey in my basket when again the concert going on in my head is halted by a sudden jarring crash as the headphones get yanked out and thankfully plunk into my basket. I've been asking you for 5 minutes. I'm faced with a dude about my age, like 26 at the time, whose eyes are just bulging with anger. Me, what the F do you want? Treat me like crap when I'm off the clock, and surprise, you're gonna get the sass in return. You'll get slightly less sass if I'm being paid. Punk dude, I need the sculpty. You need to stock it and stop effing around. Take your damn headphones off. Me, pointing toward the taco logo in a bell shape. Me no work here, dude. I'm buying these because I do not work here. I turn to leave thinking the sketchbooks can wait and I want to distance myself from Captain Pimply body odor. I'd rather not start a fast food job in a sour mood. PD grabbing my shoulder. You're going to give me that sculpty and do your effing job. Me. I'm buying this. Leave me the F alone. As we get to the front counter, punk dude isn't but a pace behind me, still badgering me about stocking that sculpey. The lady at the till is taken back a bit by the punky dude. He's not giving me those sculpey bricks. He should be stocking them, not buying them. Till lady, he doesn't work here. PD, I don't care, he's in uniform. Me, the taco joint uniform? Yeah, this isn't taco joint, kiddo. The Bell was across the street, and I was parked there. So I've got a short walk across a parking lot and a 1-lane each-way street. I buy my items with the punk dude being vocal about it the whole time, and I think it's done. Until punk dude is in the lobby waiting. I guess he drove across the way while I was walking. I still had time before my shift as I walked in. Bad manager, or bowel movement. We'll go with BM. This guy said you were rude to him. Me. Yeah, he thought I worked at the art store and was upset about me not stocking things and listening to music. BM. You're in our uniform. It's your duty to be nice and help anyone who needs it. PD gives a smirk. You're going to apologize to this man. No, I'm not. These are not uniforms. I had to pay for these. I'm not on your clock. You will apologize to this man for your behavior. This is very poor of you. Me, not happening. This is side money, and I'm not yours to control out of here. Are we done? BM, no, we're going to have a talk about this, and there'll likely be a write-up. You'll apologize to this gentleman first. Me, yeah, F that. This isn't worth the extra cash. See ya. BM, without 2 weeks' notice, we'll withhold your last paycheck. Me, try that, a-hole. PD, this is what you get for not knowing your place. Me, I think I'm done here. This isn't worth the pay and my time. I left those two in the lobby of the shop, and yes, I let them get to me and let my anger show. It was a second job for cash, not required for bills, just extra cash to help build a new gaming rig. The second job gig wasn't really fun from the start. When I was hired, I explained that this was a second job and that my full-time job at the electronics store would come first. If that's taken into the scheduling, I'm fine working here part-time. Bad manager had from the first week ignored the available times I had, scheduled me during my full-time hours at my first job, or scheduled me to start right as my full-time job shift ended. These jobs are on opposite ends of town. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to go across town, so it was already unpleasant getting a schedule, bringing it up to the BM, who just say something along the lines of, you said you'd work until 4, so why can't you start at 4? Just leave your other job a little early. This job is higher priority. And no, not for half the pay and 15 or 20 hours a week. So it felt really good to be done with the crappy manager at the second job. I ended up delivering pizzas as a side job and made a whole lot more extra cash doing that, and with a much more enjoyable boss. I also keep in touch with the crew from the generic retail store. They're all awesome fellas. So in summary, a tale of two managers, one who treats you like a human and one who treats you like a slave. Both handle incidents where being treated like crap by others off job results in two different handling of encounters and mindsets. One is clearly better than the other. Pet store parking attendant? I was walking into the pet store to get some dog food and wearing a yellow Hufflepuff shirt my husband bought me after he saw the new Harry Potter play on Broadway. It looks like kind of a badger in the shape of an H. Anyway, I guess that could be mistaken for a dog image. There was a car basically sitting in the exit to the street. I'm not sure if there was traffic and he was trying to turn left and taking a while. Who knows? Not important, really. SUV soccer mom / I want to speak to the manager haircut Karen pulls up behind said car, notices me walking to the entrance to the pet store. Karen, rolling down her window and screeching, hey, this car won't let me out of the parking lot. Me, totally confused. Oh, well, I parked over there. Pointing in the opposite direction of the parking lot, car pulls out. Karen, he's leaving now. Karen also leaves the parking lot. WTF, who rolls down their window and just starts yelling at people? I didn't realize until 5 minutes later she may have thought I worked at the pet store because of my shirt, but even if I did work at the pet store, what could I have possibly done about the car in front of her? It was a relatively large shopping center. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video.